Hey you guys, this is Carolyn, owner of Funky and Bold, Empowerment for Women. I am coming to you today to tell you how to leave your comfort zone. But before I do, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be bringing you all types of videos on how to be a stronger person so you can benefit from the advice now instead of learning the hard way later. When it comes to leaving your comfort zone, the number one thing that you have to do is you have to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. When you are in your comfort zone, it's a place that is very familiar. It's very familiar to you. Your route to work, the type of job you have, the type of people you date, the type of friends you have, the books you read, everything, that's all your comfort zone. But the minute you start to leave your comfort zone is when you start having a lot of fear and self-doubt. Think of it as when you leave town, when you drive out of town, or say drive to a suburb, it may say now leaving whatever your city is, right? That is the city limit. That is how your comfort zone is set up. Once you are about to leave your comfort zone, you are faced with fear and self-doubt. That is the limit of your comfort zone. Know that when that happens, you are about to leave your comfort zone and go to another state of mind. So that's one thing you want to know about your comfort zone in regards to what your actual limits and boundaries are. Okay, how far can you go before you start feeling that fear? Like, oh my God, that's a feeling of unease, right? So now you know where your comfort zone is. How you get out of it? The one method I want to tell you about is to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. Here's a prime example, especially for women. Psychological studies show that women are known to have the need or the urge to feel a lot of uncomfortable silences with conversation. They feel the need to talk, to put people at ease. Right? You ever been in a situation where it's just you and another person and you guys aren't talking and it feels awkward? That's an uncomfortable silence. And that is when a lot of women feel the need to start talking. And I want to tell you, you want to get out of that habit. You want to go ahead and get comfortable with that uncomfortable silence. I will tell you why. I was in a situation where I was with a group of friends, okay? And these weren't like close best friends, but we were all friends. And suddenly someone who I definitely considered not a friend came over and started making jokes at my expense. And I didn't appreciate it. And so what one of my friends did was she started making jokes at my expense as well. But she never did that until this other person came. Right? And you know, just making jokes, shouldn't be so sensitive. All those statements came to play. Whatever. The next time I saw that person, we were in an elevator, just me and her. I pressed the button, opened the door. She was in there. I did not smile. I did not do anything. A lot of times we want to forgive people. We don't want to believe that what they showed us is really who they are. But I was of the mindset, you show me who you are, that's who you are. You making jokes at my expense, that's who you are. You are no friend of mine. So when I got, and her and I, we had close conversations. We had conversations about personal things and so on and so forth. But the minute she showed disrespect to me and attempted to humiliate me in front of other people, all of that was out the window. When I got in that elevator with her, I pressed my floor and I stood there. Now, her and I, we had a good rapport until she did that incident. It would be very tempting to try to go back into our normal rhythm of laughing and joking. But I wasn't having it. So she stood there and you could tell she kind of wanted to say, I'm not saying anything to you. Because it is not my job to put you at ease for your bad behavior towards me. It is not my job to make you feel comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. And even though it felt uncomfortable, I stood by my principles, and that felt better. To not sell out and stood by what I believed in, that felt a hell of a lot better than being congenial to a phony friend. So she could do it again, because that's what that would say. It's okay for you to disrespect me and humiliate me. Go right ahead. That's what me speaking to her would have said. It would have okayed that. And I just wasn't with that. When you break out of the habit, or any habit, when you break out of the habit of feeling the need to talk, to break an uncomfortable silences, it's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel weird. But I picture myself in the most uncomfortable position I've ever been in. And imagine that's what's happening. I have stepped in puddles. Oh, I have sat in things that were wet. I have been caught in the rain and and had to stand in cold weather in blue jeans, sopping wet. That is so uncomfortable on the body. That's so uncomfortable. But I pretended that situation was what was going on, because I've had to catch trains and buses and be in that state for hours until I got home to change my clothes. I pretended the situation I was in with that young lady was the same situation I was in when I was caught in the rain in sopping wet denim clothing. It's the same thing. It's the same discomfort. And you get used to it. But you have to remember, it's about you. It's about you preserving your integrity and ultimately your mental health. You have to have your best interests in hand. You cannot, in mind, I'm sorry, you cannot put everyone else's needs in front of your own. You just can't do that, because they are not doing that for you. So that is my number one tip for you breaking out of the comfort zone. Try it. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And you'll see it'll become second nature, because you will start to grow. Your comfort zone will begin to expand. Again, my name is Carolyn. I am the owner of Funky and Bold. Please like and subscribe to these videos. I hope you do. I hope you find them useful. And I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not alone, and people care about you. Anyone that is making a video, writing a book, writing an article that's telling you a situation and giving you advice, They care, because they could just keep all their knowledge to themselves and just watch you figure it out. There's a lot of people that care about you. You are never, ever alone. Take care.